Hey there guys, my name is Marcus, and in this video I will show a simple way how you can easily use Monday.com for personal use, how you can use it for your as one person, and what you can actually achieve with Monday.com. Now this really depends what you actually need, right? So I'm going to create it as I would create it for myself if I would be using Monday.com for my own projects. And so you can learn from my own process and then just implement it for yourself. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I will click simply add here. You have option when you're going to create Monday.com account, click add, and you have option to add a new dashboard, a new board, or choose from template. So you can add a template and you can start from scratch. And you can start from scratch, use the board to workflow and build the way you want from the ground up, add columns, dashboards, automations, and more. So that's a really good way what you can do. But what you can do also is let's say if you're gonna use it for project management and you want to have the single project, you would find it here. So this is something that I would recommend. Now I'd click here, start from scratch, and I'm going to use the template. And I'm going to show you how we can use the Kanban board, how we can do everything. So here, what I can find. Here we can see that this is completely empty. We have the items and we have the group title. And let's say I'm going to do it for myself. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to delete this. So what I will do first is that I'm going to add a new board. And this board is going to be personal development. And I'm going to have tasks there. Select what we're imagining in this board, tasks. And what I can do, you can also let's say I'm going to new folder, and let's say this is going to be personal my life. And what I will do, I will simply move these two there. So when I have it, the first thing I'm going to do as a start from scratch, I'm going to write here, let's say this is going to be for my business, right? So this is going to be for one person, and this is going to be my YouTube channels, because I have a company, full-time YouTuber, and I'm going to add a group title. So what I can do, I can simply add let's say name of the channels here, and let's say this is going to be knowledge by Marcus, and this is going to be this one, a business guide. Here I have two channels, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to simply add an item. So let's say there's going to be a video about investing, how to make money on platforms, on let's say public.com, whatever. Here I can simply expand the sub items, or let's say this is going to be the one item that I have as a video. You can always have sub items when you're gonna click here. You're gonna have it on every single item. Person is always myself, and what is going to be the status is going to be let's say not working on it, stuck or done. I'm going to add a label called not yet started. Apply. Date is for today, let's say, and you can add multiple columns here. So when you would click more columns, you can choose the priorities, the timeline here, the numbers, the date, the link here, checkbox. So you can have the buttons, the time tracking, how much time you actually spend. So I can start the time tracking. So let's say it's going to track about how much time I spend on this task. And you can add multiple columns here, or you can use. You need to really play around it. So then I can also add expenses, or let's say numbers, how much it actually costed me to make the video. I can click here on a sum, and I can change it to dollars or euro. So let's say this is going to be 150 and how much it cost me. Okay, so this is the first one. Now what I can do, I can simply add a plus here and add a Kanban. So I can add a Kanban here, and I'm going to move this here. Not yet started. How to make money on public.com, and I can simply move working on it. In the moment when I change it in Kanban, it directly is going to change in status in my main table. Now, so let's say this is how I do this, the YouTube channel. The next thing what I can do is, let's say, the personal development, and I can come here, not export, oh mamma mia. I can click here, here, here. I'm going to delete this. And let's say this is with the personal development of, I do Thai boxing, Muay Thai, right? And I can write it here. Or I can, personal development, I can have like what to buy, like the books. So I can have, let's buy a book, and I can have a status, date, and let's say I'm going to add also the files. So I can click plus here, and I can add a link. So I would add a link to the book. So that's what I can do. That's like pretty simple. Oh, this is really great. Not file, but a link. So what to buy, right? For my personal development. This is where I would add everything I need for actually adding value to my life. Then my life, I can have again like new board, main tasks, and you can really optimize it. I just want to show like the introduction, what I would do and what would I use Monday.com. I can again add it to my life, and I would add it here, relationship. And let's say I have a girlfriend. So I'm going to like add here to what I'm going to choose and use Monday.com. So I would add here what to buy. Then I would also where to go together. And I can simply, let's say flowers from shop. And I can add a plus here, more columns. I can simply add a map. Where is it? Then where to go together. Again, I am going to have location here. So let's say this is going to be Zanzibar, location here. And then I can click here and add a sub item, which is going to be Airbnb link. So I'm going to click plus here and add also links here, right? And I would add also a link here. So this is pretty much it. It's pretty effective and pretty easy, right? So this is what I would do. Then I can also, let's buy a book for her that she mentioned, called, I don't know, just book. Again, I would have a link there. I would have expenses. Now when I have my live here and everything, I can have again a new board. And this board name would be, let's say this is going to be personal finance. And these are items. So now I would come here and I would again have items here. So let's say this is going to be need to buy ASAP. And I can have it month by month. So let's say this is going to be in August. And this is going to be September. So let's say the item 1 would be rent. And what I can have is a plus here. And let's say this is going to be not price, but number. and I can have like how much it's going to cost me. So here I can have a number, 2,500 euro. Then I can have a food, and then I would have like not status here, but I can add another label, and this label would be called like if it's important. So if it's going to be edit labels, and label 1 not much, has to pay it, and now I like have to pay it, right? So I can live, and I can have all the personal finances, and also what I can like spend on. So let's say I would do have a calculation here, of course, that how much money I want to actually spend for stuff that are not that necessary. So let's say I want to buy a new clothes, but they're not really necessary. They are pretty, I like them. I can add them here. So I can have main table, then I can have like another thing, and I can add again table, or you can add personal finance, or then finances that are not that necessary. So you can have it all here. So this is pretty much it how we can do it, and this is how we can use the like Monday.com for personal use or one person. You can simply add a view here. You can find all the views that you can add, maybe timeline. I create a lot of tutorials. If you're gonna write a business guide and just Monday.com, you're gonna find plenty of tutorials that I created. I guess I am going to also create a playlist for you, so you can find it all there. So thank you very much guys for watching. I hope you're going to have a great day, and yeah, see ya.